Hello. I feel like I need to clean this off. Hold on. I'll be right back. Y'all are going to get to see me clean the screen with the professional way. Why isn't it working? There. Hi. So I got to say real quick, we had some technical difficulties this morning trying to get live. Hi, Wendy. And I'm using my son's Chromebook today because I just didn't feel like going to the basement. So this is the first time I've ever really used a Chromebook or a laptop or any sort of this such. You know what I mean? I bought my Kleenexes here because I keep like getting all snotty, and I need my chapstick. I did my makeup down here on the floor, and like I probably should have prepped this whole thing, tried it out first, but I never did. So this is what we got. Where's my chapstick? Whatever. I can't find it. It's fine. All right. So we got one person, which is Wendy. You like my jungle over here? Look how pretty. Oh, I'll move over this way. I love plants, if you guys can't tell. So sitting on my living room floor. And I think this is kind of a pretty backdrop. What do you guys think? You like it? I do. And I really wish I had my chapstick. All right, I'm going to open up in prayer. I know that we don't have, let's see, anybody but Wendy, but that is fine. That is fine. I'm going to say a prayer for our broadcast today and see how it's going. See how it's going. Why did I say that? I meant, and prepare how it will go via the Holy Spirit. So let's close our eyes, bow our heads in prayer. Dear Father, we thank you so much for today and another opportunity for me to go live for Renee. This is such a blessing when she allows me to do this, Father. I want to pray that you'll anoint my lips and you'll only give me things to talk about that you put on my mind or everybody else's mind in the chat. I want to pray that we'll be nice and interactive, that we'll have a good time today. And thank you again for this opportunity. Bless this entire event. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay. Hi, Aaron. And wasn't it your birthday yesterday? Hi, Rudy. I love that you always say that from the Olympic Peninsula. You always say that. Remember when I didn't know what it was? So what do you guys want to talk about? I have this new stuff called coffee. It was. Happy birthday. Happy late birthday, Aaron. How old are you? Let's find out. This is cold coffee. It's like got double the caffeine. It's going to taste disgusting. I hate straight coffee. But I don't want to put all the cream and sugar in it because I want it to be like healthier for me. Let's see, you're 37. Okay, so I am 36. I'll be 37 May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. I was supposed to be born on June 5th, but my mom said that I just wanted to get going real bad. So I came out on May 5th. Maybe that's why I won the Qdoba Award when I was pregnant. Remember how I told you guys that I was pregnant with Tucker and I won the award for who goes to Qdoba the most in 2 cities that I live in. And it's Mexican food. And I feel like I'm just part that way because I was born on May 5th. So, this coffee, so we went to my cousin's house, like my distant cousins, stayed there in like up near Naperville because my son had a baseball tournament and, add milk or some sweetener. I know, Rudy, I'm trying to not edit. I want to be a black coffee drinker. So I'm attempting, just give me a minute. Hi, Golden Girl. Good morning. But yeah, so we stayed at my cousin's house And in the mornings that she had this this huge thing with cold coffee, and my husband just fell in love with it. So this was like months ago. And maybe like 1 month ago, he tells me, he goes, "Hey, can you please order that coffee because it was amazing, and text her, find out what she did because I need to have it." I go, "Wow. Okay, it sounds like you've told me this many times, but I did not know you even wanted it." He goes, "Oh yeah, I've been thinking about it the whole time." So I ordered it on Amazon. It's like bit busy something, but here I go again. I don't know if I can do it, you guys. Barf. Oh, it will, Rudy. It'll tear up my stomach. Like legit, like mess with it, or like my insides, or just like make me have to go poop. Because that's just coffee in general. But I added milk and sugar the other day, and it was fine. But like again, I still want to become that girl who can have black coffee. Like at a restaurant, I'll just have a cup of coffee, please. And then they bring it. And then when they come around to refill it, I'll take a, or wait, what did I say when I was a waitress? You want me to top you off? That's what I say. Yes, please. That's what I would respond with. And then it would just be black coffee. I'm going to be that girl one day. Who else? Let's see. 4 people only. Guys. Probably because it's Wednesday and she's normally on Rumble, but bless her heart, she told me that I didn't have to do Rumble because I'm technically just not good. And this part I got down ish because this morning, like I said, we were having technical difficulties. But Wendy says use real cream, no sugar. Okay, like heavy whipping cream, Wendy, because I have the non-dairy creamer, which is a powder, and that is how I started. That's how I started drinking coffee in beauty school. Actually, my roommate, she lives in Hawaii now. Her name was Beth. And I always say that she was the girl who brought me out of me. She was like the first person to ever make me feel like somebody was proud to like hang out with me. Do you know what I'm saying? So she like brought up my confidence, everything, whatever. Anyways, so we were roommates in beauty school, and our apartment was like an apartment on like campus. So there were 4 girls and 2 bathrooms in each apartment. And she would always drink this huge cup of coffee. It was like a bowl, but with a, handle. And so she goes, "Why don't you drink this coffee?" Because I was just yawning. I'm so tired. She goes, "Why don't you drink it?" And I go, "I hate coffee." And she was like, "I will make you some that you'll like, I promise." So she dumps like this non-dairy creamer and then a ton of sugar. It tasted like hot chocolate. It was delicious. So that's how I prefer my coffee, but it's not good for me. Rudy, that much caffeine made me throw up after a cup. Oh, throw up. I don't want to puke. Just a pot of drip. Yeah, I don't know if I can choke that down, man. I'll probably just eat my ice. Listen to me. It's been lingering, guys. Aaron says he loves iced coffee. Some days I drink 8 to 12 liters. Okay, I don't know how to measure those things. So a liter? Like I know when you get a thing of soda, isn't that in a 2 liter? Oh, that's a 2 liter bottle. So you have like 3 gallons. Hi, Julie. Aaron drinks 3 gallons of coffee in one day. Oh, like, are you okay? I'm surprised you haven't had like a heart attack. I mean, I believe you, dude. He says, "I'm serious, yo." I believe it because like in a perfect world where, well, no, I need my rest. Like if I keep myself going, like all amped up on like caffeine and stuff, I'll be good, but then I'll start to like feel like off, like I'm not really with it, And Kimba, yes, I did. Thank you, girl, for praying. Kimba and Wendy prayed for me earlier today because I texted those two and was like, technical difficulties. But actually, let's read the Bible verse that Wendy sent this morning at 10:40 a.m. Let's see, Zechariah 4:6. Then he answered and spake unto me, saying, This is the word of the Lord unto Zerubbabel, saying, "Not by might nor by power, but by the Spirit, but by my Spirit, saith the Lord of hosts." Oh yeah, you like your King James version. I was remembering you said that on your last no, a couple times ago. The last time Wendy went live, oh my gosh, bless your heart. Thank you again, Wendy, for that. I was supposed to go live for Renee and woke up with a horrible, horrible migraine. I felt like puking my brains out. I was just like, oh, so I texted Wendy. I was like, "Can you go live? I'm so sorry." And she goes, like in 40 minutes or like 10 minutes, because she goes from like 10:30 and sometimes 11. And I go, "Oh no, not till 11, like 40 minutes." And she was like, "That's fine. I just rolled out of bed and I'll look like I did too." But but blessed be the name of the Lord. I love it. Okay, let's see. More people. Susan. Hi, Susan. Yeah. So Wendy's just a saint. I mean, everybody knows that already because she knows all of the things of everything. You guys like this snake plant right there? It probably grew like that much over the summer. And then this one, I'll show you this one. Don't look at the bottom part of it. Oh, look at those sad guys. But look how pretty it is. I just love this. I don't know what it is called, but I don't really have success with these. I don't know, I'm going to pick these dead guys off. But I'm trying, I'm officially, I feel pretty comfortable with my indoor plants. Outdoor plants are next year. That's my next year venture. Wendy, nope, I'm born again is all. Wendy, you're also a genius too. I guess we're all saints called out ones. Kimba, yeah, I keep killing my plants. Well, no. Let me take that back. I no longer keep killing my plants because here's what I do. I found the ones that thrive in my house because like I've got a sunroom over that way, and it has our fireplace in it. So it's really, really dry. So my plants that need humidity, like it just like, sucks the water out of them. So I've learned pothos are hardy. Snake plants are hardy. Spider plants I am obsessed with. Look at that one. It looked like a bridal gown when I got it. My friend's mom gave it to me and I was just like, "Oh, are you serious?" Like it just was up. It was amazing. And then Tucker, it used to be on that wall. And then Tucker walked past it one time and knocked a couple of the long guys off that have the little spiders coming off. And I made 19 potted plants from him, you guys. 19. So I went to my neighbors, that girl, and I just gave them all plants. I go, "I don't care if you even kill them, keep them alive. You don't have to tell me, but I just don't want, I can't throw them in the garbage, That was potential spam from St. Louis, Missouri. Remember when spam calls only went to landlines? Stupid. Oh, let's see. Julie, I have 3 spider plants. I love them. They keep having babies. Yes. This is the only one that has, actually, no, it's on the other side of the wall. I had one that was given to me by Breck's, his friend's mom, because I was just complaining that I love spider plants, but I can't keep them alive. So she propagated one for me. And at the beginning of, I don't know, maybe like a year ago. So over the summer, I had it hanging outside on my porch and it grew just beautifully. Now it has two guys coming off of it too. I'm excited. I feel pretty proud. Aaron, that wheel in the back, Wheel of Fortune Renee talks about, that is a clock. That's my clock. Not a Wheel of Fortune, but it would be fun to spin it, wouldn't it? But no, that's my clock. I love that thing. I got it at Hobby Lobby. And that was my statement piece at my spa. And now that is our color because this wall right here is blue because I painted it one day when I got mad because it used to be ugly green. And then we had this, our piano was on that wall because it has to be on an interior wall. Otherwise you'll mess with the tuning and stuff. So when we were moving, had all these guys move it and I go, just put it there. And it was like a gross Christmas tree green color. It was horrible. So I painted my kitchen wall, one of them blue one morning, because I just felt like it just needed color. And then I had a bunch left over and I looked at that wall and I go, I'm going to do it. I don't even care if I have a big block, like a big square behind that piano after I move it. And while I was painting, Dan comes home for lunch and I'm in the kitchen, like getting more stuff. And lo and behold, he just scoots it out, like maybe this far from the wall. I go, I didn't know you could move that thing. And he was like, yeah. And I go, so how hard was it? Like, can you move it to a different location? And he's like, yeah, it's fine. Where you want it? Like Mr. Muscles, it took like 4 or 5 guys to bring that thing in our house. And he just scoots it, no big deal. My hot, sexy husband. So he put it right here for me. And I've got my Halloween decor up there. Only like not evil stuff, you guys. No. And then our last name is Addis. So right there is those letters that are pictures, or they're pictures of things that look like letters. So that's up there. But anyway, so that is the story of why that clock is right there. It has blue in it and it ties the whole room together. Who else is talking? Let's see. Rudy, remember before cell phone? Yep. I remember life before cell phones. I prefer life before cell phones. And it confuses me how we lived life before cell phones. My son, Breck, asked me the other day, he goes, so Mom, when you, he said before phones and stuff, did you just like go into the mail, or did you just write letters to your friends and like go to the mailbox and wait for the mailman to come? I go, yeah. I said I had a boyfriend when I was like 14 years old who lived like half hour away. And I would just wait, and like sometimes he'd include a little picture of himself with his letter. It was just our little love notes. It was, yeah, I miss that. Those days where there's a good feeling when you get the mail, and I still get it, like hoping that, maybe I'll have a card or something in there. Pony Express. Kimba says Pony Express. Wait, why? Golden Girl. Love the plants. My home is full of them too. They're so good for us and healthy. They really are. We're going to breathe better air. And that's what I tell my husband and my kids whenever they get mad at all my jungle. I say, I'm just keeping you healthy, guys. I'm sorry. If you don't want me to make you survive for a long time, then I can take all of them down, but you won't live. So I keep them. Aaron, traveling anywhere, even locally, was always an adventure. It really was. And Julie says, when I was a kid, we didn't even have a phone in the house. We had to use a neighbor's or the public phone box. Wow, that's cool. Rudy, I can remember when phones were rotary. Yes. Okay. We had one of those at my grandparents' cabin in Michigan. And oh my gosh. And then my grandparents had, rotary is the thing where you turn and then it goes, right? That's what we're talking about, right? Because I remember at my grandparents' house forever ago when I was little, they had an antique phone on their wall that apparently, I don't know if it ever worked. I feel like it did. I think it did. But it was one of those ones that you take the thing off the side of the wall and put it on your ear. And then there was a speaker right here off of the thing. And so you just talk into it. But how do you dial? There weren't any numbers. I don't know what you do at that time. But I remember bag phones, like car phones. My grandpa had a car phone. Rotary, then push button. Yep. Called internationally before cell phones. The bill was thousands of dollars, Aaron says. Oh my gosh. Okay, so do you guys remember when it was, what was it, free nights and weekends after 9 o'clock or something? I could never talk to my friends until it was 9 o'clock or later. And then I would have to, if I was calling long distance, I would say, call me back after I hang up. And then I'd hang it up really, really quick so that my dad wouldn't get mad at me for the phone bill. Oh my gosh, I found it. I know it's not chopstick, but this will do. That feels so much better. I hate chapped lips. Good. Okay, let's see. Michael, I have geraniums always at the window facing the west sun. Yes, I remember deals like that. Yeah, this is so fun. Oh, just nostalgic, right? Let's think about other things that were cool when we were younger. Because this has got to be the hardest generation living on the earth today. Like, I feel ours, like, this air, like I remember growing up with no technology. I mean, none pretty much, except, I mean, there was, people had computers and stuff, but it wasn't like something that we had. So we didn't really do it, but it was around. I remember playing Carmen Sandiego on my dad's green computer, the green screen computer, and having the little books with the map and the, flags and stuff. Uh, but now, like, so we watched it start, and then we watched it just, now it's, I mean, this is all, the world is run by technology, and our kids only know technology. And I'm like, I feel like I can't get on the same page as them. It's very, very difficult. Staying out and playing till the lights came on. Yes, Kimba, when the street lights are on, that's what time you go home. And we never locked our doors, because why? And to be honest, sometimes I don't lock my doors because I don't really have anything of value in here. They would walk in and say, let's go to the next house. Oh, catching fireflies. Yes. Breck catches them. Hold on, let me mess with something. Breck catches them and puts them in a jar that I, stab things through. And then he lets it go at the end of the night, so he doesn't keep it forever. He gets really sad. Like if he kept it forever, he would get sad. But he's like, it needs its family. Anyone call me slow? A retard in school. Not everyone uses computers, and those same people are stupid. Aaron, I feel that it does. Like, there's something to be said for social interaction, and how you are with it when it comes to technology versus no technology. It's like awkward. I feel that nowadays, these poor kids don't really know how to talk to people like in person. You know what I mean? Like, it's really, it's different, but it's not necessarily, maybe it's not a bad thing. Maybe eventually, like, I don't know, maybe we're all just going to end up being alone and like getting our own McDonald's, making it there or something. I don't know. I feel like they're just slowly taking away everybody else, so you're just secluded. And that's what creates the craziness. And then COVID on top of that. I think I'm allowed to say that. I did anyways. I'm sorry, Renee, if that hurts your show. But when that started and the kids had to wear masks and stuff, I've been noticing, well, I did notice a cognitive delay in my son, my 8-year-old at least, because Tucker's 10. So when everything started, it was what, like 3 years ago, I think, 2019. And so he remembers, like, life before, whatever. Well, Breck, though, he's 8. And so he didn't have a birthday party until, like, he didn't have two birthday parties in a row. So his third one was like a huge one. And when you're 8 years old, you don't remember like anything if you didn't have a party those 2 prior years. And then the wearing the masks and everything, bless their souls. It just, you can start to see cognitive delays in people and their human interaction. I mean, like facial expressions, like you need those. I'm a very animated person, and I feel that like you have to be if you have a mask on. Otherwise you just, I don't know, like I don't even know if they're talking to me. I wait for people to act out if they're wearing a mask to respond, because I don't know if you're talking to me or her or whatever. Julie, the tech is taking our humanity away a little bit, I think. Oh, for sure. Not a little bit. A lot of it. Let's see. Technology has enriched my life greatly. And now I have well, that's good, Aaron. Good for you. Golden girl. I got my first email address in 2007. I was hoping it was a fad. I was wrong. Remember MySpace? Oh man, I remember MySpace. And let's see. What else? Oh, Instant Messenger, AOL, AIM. Those people I talked to, kids from school when I was like in junior high or whatever. Whenever I went to my dad's house, he had that. And my cousin had one at her house too. So yeah, talk to your friends. AOL. Oh, wait, what do they say? You've got mail. You've got mail. Just like that. Friends reunited. Well, see, I don't watch a whole lot of that. Golden Girl wearing a mask gives me anxiety and I get lightheaded. Yes, me too. Okay, so Golden Girl, that's common. And apparently, like, okay, at the hospital where Dan works, they have to wear masks. I don't know if they still do. I feel like they still do. In his office, he doesn't, but like around the hospitals, like, they have to. And he went to a doctor's appointment, or no, to get a flu shot. I remember, and they did like his blood pressure first, and it was up because of wearing the mask. And the lady was like, "Just give it a. I'll let you sit for a minute, take your mask off. That's fine, and we'll check it again in a few minutes." And it was down, but it does that to people. I can't like. It makes me claustrophobic. Aaron says I learned so many wrong things from people on Yahoo Chat. I never used Yahoo Chat. I never did. I never got into Yahoo at all. At all. Actually. I remember that. Wait, isn't the thing Yahoo? Is that the right way? But I don't know anything about it. I know I always did Google and AOL. Netscape Navigator. That's what it was. That's what we used at my dad's house. Julie, I refused to wear masks, so I was lucky I didn't have to go anywhere that demanded them. Yes. Okay. And on that note, this is a fun little miracle blessing that I want to tell you guys about. So I started shopping at this store. It's Ace Hardware. They're all locally owned or whatever, family owned. There's one just like less than a mile from my house. And I started shopping there 3 years ago, legit, because they were the only store I knew of that didn't require masks. They just didn't care. So I started going there and just ended up only buying things like if they sold it at Ace, I went there. So all my stuff I would get from that store. The guys they're such gentlemen. They've never made me carry anything out to my car myself ever. One time the owner gave me a free bird bath because it was outside, and I asked how much it was. And he goes, "I don't want to take it in and ring it up. Just, can you open your trunk and put it in there?" So anyways, long story short, we have since, I know the guys, and the owner and I have exchanged numbers because we had talked about another situation and working something out in the future. But I have a job now there. He asked me one day when I was working, or when I have to turn my phone on silent because I'm getting distracted. He asked me one time when I was there buying my spray paints and my soil and stuff. He said, so I need to know. He's like, can you help? Because I guess a guy that works there that's been there for a very long time is very sick and he's not doing good. And they just are extremely short staffed. And I said, I mean, like when? And he was like, whenever you want. In a perfect world, I need 2 nights a week, maybe Sundays. And I go, all right. So then we talked, payment, all the stuff. Like, he's all over the place, bless his heart. He's just, you can tell he's so overwhelmed. So we were texting back and forth and I never got a straight answer. And so he wrote me a few days later and he goes, "Shana, I was just wondering because I need to know." And I said, "I'll be there Thursday. We'll try it out." So I just work Thursdays from 3 to 7. Sundays, I have worked noon to 4. They're open from 10 to 4, but like they close at 7. It's so easy. That's like wind down time. Dinner, I just like put something in the crock pot. Dan does the homework with the kids anyways, because I can't do it. And by that time, I come home. It's perfect. So I'm really, I love it. It's a blessing. And you know what, you guys, I am somebody that's not financially driven. And I hate that about myself. I really, really do. Because it's put me in a very, very hard place in my marriage. To be completely honest, after not having the spa, it was very difficult because I only know what I can passionately do. I have to have passion behind my work. Otherwise, I've never worked just a normal job. So I feel like I'm helping a friend in need at this place. So I'm really, really excited. It works out perfectly. And then the first time I got paid, I called Dan. I go, "Oh, guess what?" Like, it's just funny. And it just came about. And I always knew that when God wants me to work somewhere, I will know where it is, when it is, and I will do it. And that's exactly what happened. So I'm excited. I thought you guys would be pumped to hear that. Let's see what other people. Yeah, Aaron, it's a family-owned business. The guy is he's involved in like a lot of different things. He's just got I mean, he's got rental properties. He's got now his mom's business. Like his mom passed away from bone cancer um I want to say a year ago. And this is when we like exchange numbers. So he noticed that I always come in and buy plant stuff, and that's the only area of the store that he does not know anything about. So I was in one day, and he goes, "You like plants, huh?" And I said, "You know, I'm getting there. I love them, but you know, I haven't quite mastered the the outdoor stuff. But I said the indoor plants I'm pretty good with." And he started telling me about this building that his mom owned. I guess before she passed away, she owned a dry cleaning business, excuse me, a or like a laundromat or something, and worked like her entire life. And so it's this big, huge white building at the bottom of a hill that like I pass every single day. Still to this day, I cannot find it. I look for it every time I go somewhere, and I have no idea where it is at all. So whatever. But his long term vision of it was some sort of gardeny old time place with plants and whatever. And so he was just talking about ideas, and I go, well, yeah, I mean, I'm a visionary person, and I can make things happen very quickly if I can picture it. So let me know. I'm happy to help you if I can, or if you need it and whatever. And then that went, and like he still owns the building. It's not fully cleaned out, he says, but now he's just really working on everything with Ace because poor thing is just all over the place. And I feel like I would be that way if I wasn't um I don't know. Like I'm mentally wired like that to be like have my hands in all these different projects, start something big, but then like continuing it on, like what I'm trying to think of how to word it. It's one thing. Okay, it takes, oh, I heard this in a sermon one time. What was it? It takes a lot to start something, but it takes even more to keep it going. That is something along those lines. And that is yeah, I can start something, I can make it happen, I can make it pretty, I can make it fun, but then here you go. Somebody's got to take over. I can't just do the day to day to day normal stuff. It's not me. I'm not wired that way. Um, let's see. What else are you guys saying? Oh yeah, Aaron, it is nice they carry they're gentlemen. They do carry things for me because you should. When you're a guy and you see a lady and she's carrying things, you offer to help that, or no, you don't offer. You do. You go and take that from her and say, "No, no, no, ma'am, I'll do this." You guys, you want to hear a funny story? So this is another one about men helping women. I'm gonna try it again. Oh, it's horrid. Ugh. So, okay. So my friend Brittany was moving on Saturday morning. She moved from one of the cities around here to closer to us. So moving day, 7 a.m. We're all supposed to be there. So Dan and Tucker go ahead. So we want to have a bunch of cars there. So Tucker and Dan go ahead and leave. And I take my time getting ready. And then I stopped at Casey's to get some gas because I knew that I had to fill up before I drove over there. So I fill up my tank, $50, no big deal. And then I try to start my car and it doesn't start. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is a joke. Like, because my poor friend, everything that she's been dealing with her move, it's like a movie, and it's so much stuff that I don't know if I don't feel comfortable like sharing without her permission. So it's been a nightmare. So I was like, great. Of course, now I can't freaking start my car. Well, then I see on my dashboard the little key blinker guy. So I'm like, oh, okay, my battery's dead on my key. So I went to Casey's to see if they sold those little circle, batteries, and they did. So I bought it, had the guy open it, and then I went back out to my car. And I could not for the life of me figure out how to open up the key thingy to have the battery go in it. So I go back inside, and there's this guy checking out who has like a construction yellow thing on, and the man behind the register was like probably in his 50s or 60s. So I come around, there's like, so the guy checking out is here, or no, guy checking out's here, register's here. And I go, I am so sorry. Like I just interrupted him. I go, do you guys know how to open this thing? I am so sorry. And my husband is in, the other, I can't get a hold, or nobody's here to help me. And I don't know how to open this and I need to drive. So they worked together, bless their hearts, to open this up, put the key in. And the guys were probably so annoyed with me because he helped me open it up. And then I was like, okay, thanks. And then I go, okay, now I can't get it in. Can you help with this? Sorry. And he came over, got it in. And then let's see. Oh, and then yeah, he told me that because he clicked the unlock or whatever, and he was like, "Is that your Mazda over there?" So it worked, and then he walked outside with me, held the door open, held the door open, and then stayed and waited for me to start my car and went like that. I thought that was so nice. I love when men can help women. It's just like it's what you're made to do, dude. That's what it's wonderful. And my boys, I make sure that they let me in the door first just to prepare them for the future. You do not walk in front of a lady. You open the door for her and then you let her go. Aaron says, I used to enjoy helping women and elderly. But if you do that in Australia now, you're likely to get charged by police and women falsely accuse you of something. You know what? Oh, it's so true. I mean, I guess maybe just open a door or something and that's all. Don't assist and get yourself in stupid trouble, and feel them out first before you help them. Maybe they're, creeps and maybe they're not creeps. But yeah. So what else, guys? It's been 36 minutes. Should we talk about something else? Or I'm going to get off of here pretty quickly. I don't really have any plans today. I have to do the dishes because Dan did half of them last night. I was at the store for 2 hours grocery shopping. It had been a very long time and it was just so overwhelming. And so I was like, I texted him. I was in a bad mood and I'm like, if you want to do something awesome to make me happier, you could do the dishes. And he said, I hate dishes. I said, I hate Walmart. So he said, fair enough. So he did them, half them. So I have that to do. And let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So Kimba, men have been so beat down. They have. And you know what? I always say a good, strong man always has a stronger woman behind him. Grace's World. Good morning, Grace's World TV 111. Yeah. So, yeah, it breaks my heart when you see like these guys being belittled by, their women. And I'm certain. I've said things to Dan that have just, we tear, we go to the heart because we're emotional. And it's wrong. Is what it is. It's completely wrong. And, they're supposed to be our balancing, like they're supposed to balance us. And I remember one day, one of my friends, actually the girl who did spray tanning at my spa forever ago, Angela, she used to tell me the men are the head, men are the head, the women are the neck. And I love that because it's so true. Like I always let Dan, kind of have the last say in things, but I didn't realize that I have I can say stuff too, like I can be like, that's not the way we're going to do it. I knew the general rule, if you will, of a man leading his household, but sometimes it's just not going to be that way. And I think that God put me in this marriage to show me that. So, well, come here. I'm watching my sister's dog. Come here, baby. Come here, Will. Hold on, I'm going to get him. Here. You want to say hi? Hey. This is Weller. We love dog sitting because we used to have a dog named Lambo because we're Packers fans. And he was a black lab and we had to put him down 4 years ago. It was the worst. It was the saddest moment of our lives. He was our first baby. So we don't want to go through the training and everything of getting another dog. So we dog sit. We have a fenced in backyard. But Weller's like a little person. Aren't you? Aren't you? He's so funny. I want to see if I can get him to sit funny. Look at his little wrists and elbows. Look at him. Can you say hi? So yeah, this is my sister's dog, and he's the best. See? Whoa, what are you doing? Good boy, good boy. He's so sweet. He's coming up again because I gave him attention. I don't even know what kind of dog he is. I think I've asked her 50 times, but he's perfect. He's just the best. Right? Are you the best? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, let's see. Move. Darcy. Oh, hi, Darce. That's my sister-in-law. I feel like it was more than... Oh, maybe it was about 6 years that Lambo was put down. Well, Buddy is our cat, and he just turned 4. So Lambo, we put him down maybe a year or two before that, probably. So yeah, you're better on the timing than I am. He was our first baby, and then we had kids after him. And there's something to be said about like crying with your kids and not being able to help it. You can't, like, we're all sad. It was horrible. He contracted some weird virus that created, they call it a blasty, I guess. And it creates like this big infection in your lungs, and bless his heart. He was wonderful. He was crazy and not like, he was like Marley and me, like that was him. So we don't want to commit to the puppy stage again and training and all that stuff. We're just not ready for it. So we keep Will Bell right here, don't we? Yes, we keep you. What else? An apricot poodle? Is that what you said, Susan? I don't even know. We don't know what you are. But Susan says you're something. You are. You're something. You're like a person. He's the best. Half shepherd. She acts like a lab. Labs are just wild, man, aren't they? They're just nuts. I feel like I told you guys this story before. Maybe I didn't. When we had Lambo, he failed. We signed up for those PetSmart classes, those the beginner one we signed up for, and we went the whole 8 weeks, and he still couldn't loose leash walk. So she said, well, okay, let's go ahead and try to sign him up for the intermediate. We'll try that one again, or we'll try it again during that class. So we did, and she told us at the end that we just have to get him a choker because he was never going to learn. He failed school. Oh, he was just nuts, and his tail is destructive. They're just whipping it, and it like breaks things. Everything falls. Ugh. Oh my gosh, I gotta put this up. This is hard to use, this thing. Kimba, yes, 24/7 as a pup. She puts her mouth on everything. Yes. Hey, Kimba, have you heard about the bitter apple spray? There's this spray they make called bitter apple. Actually, there's probably more than just that, but it's a spray that you spray on anything you don't want them to eat. We did it, and it saved our dining room chairs. Like, we put it on the base of those. We did not put it on the corner of the rug because he ate like so much. Like, I don't know. Remind me if I've told you guys this story or not. We had to take him to the vet because we thought he swallowed a beer bottle cap one time, and it was with the little spikies. And when we went to go pick him up, we said, oh, hi, we're here for Lambo. And they go, oh, you're here for the puker. And I go, what do you mean? And she goes, we saved it because this is the biggest situation we've ever seen when it comes to getting something out of a dog's stomach. So they give him medicine to like make him throw up or whatever. He puked up a ball. I kid you not, you guys. This is not exaggerating. This big. It had yarn in it, like the corner of our rug. It had a glove, like the hand part of a glove, because Dan's gloves were like, they had leather right here, and then I think maybe the fingertips had leather, and that was in there. Batteries, like, you're an animal. And then he ate one time. I went and bought a thing of Fiber One bars at like Sam's Club, in one of those big boxes. And I had 3 of them. And then I had gone to work and came home, and they all were gone. He ate 17 Fiber One bars, 17. And so then throughout the, like next few days, there's just, I mean, there's so much wrappers and poop and stuff all over the yard of Fiber One. Oh, what else did he do? One time this is so funny, you guys. This is kind of gross, but I mean, it's really gross, but it's funny. So one time, Dan had these drawstring sweatpants, and like he like obviously chewed off like half of the drawstring. So we never found it. Well, about a month later, he he's going out. He's outside. Like we go on our. He goes on the back deck. We had a sliding door. Goes on the back deck. Goes to the backyard to go poop. Oops, sorry. Starts to come back in, but he's still kind of like squatting, like he's stuck. Turns around, and you guys, the drawstring was coming out of him. And Dan goes, "Oh my gosh, I have to go help him." I go, "Ew, how? Why? What are you gonna do?" And he wrapped like a Ziploc bag around his hand and had to go and like pull it out of him. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's so gross. But there was one event. Oh, that sweet thing. He just ate and destroyed everything. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's legit Marley and Me. That movie, that is Lambo to a T. He was just terrible, but that's why we loved him. I could never take him on walks by myself. He'd pull me. Let's see. Darcy. Oh, I was like, why are you putting the sick face? Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, I have to swallow again. But he is a good boy. My kids always say that they want a dog, but like, are you really? You don't even know what it's like to go through the training and stuff. They will not take care of them. So until they're old enough, we won't do it. Julie says that movie made me cry. Yeah. Oh yeah. I feel that you gotta cry in that movie. If you don't, it just is weird. If anybody didn't cry, I'm sorry if that was offensive, but it was very, very just, I can't watch it because of that, but I love it too because of that at the same time. I don't like to watch things that make me feel uncomfortable, sad or scared or anything. I just like, I keep stay in my little bubble, things that make me happy. All right, guys, it's been 4 to 7 minutes. I think I'm going to go. This was fun. I'm glad you guys got to see my house. Oh, one more. Dogs are so much work. Rewarding, though, just lots of work. Darcy, they are. Darcy had her husband drive 12 hours across the country from here to go get their dog, Ollie, who is a little tiny thing. What is he, Darcy? A teacup? Something? Pomchi or something? She'll write it in a minute. Pomchi, yes. So Ollie's this little tiny thing. And he drove 12 hours to go get him, stayed in a hotel, drove 12 hours back. That's how much her husband loves her. She goes, I need something to take care of because our kids are all in school and stuff. I'm like, I get it. So, all right, guys. Well, this has been fun. Thanks for letting me do this again and hanging out for this long. Yeah, I'll see you again soon, I'm sure. Have a good day. It was nice talking to you. Oh, hi, Diane, but I'm going away now. Bye, guys. Have a good day.